At Starbucks, full and part-time baristas get comprehensive healthcare benefits, so they have the support that they need in every part of their lives, from early morning runs to school pickups to auditions. Because at Starbucks, comprehensive healthcare coverage, including dental, vision, and mental health care, is just the start. Learn more at starbucks.com/partners. That's starbucks.com/partners.
Good morning, girlies, it's the toast. It's Jackson, Claude, and we're your hosts. It's your favorite show, the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. They sound amazing.
Welcome back to The Toast and happy Thursday. I am so excited to be joined with iconic TV star, Jewess, and now married woman, Dorothy Wang. Hi, Dorothy.
Hi, Claude.
Did you change your name legally?
Officially, yes.
You did?
Yes, I'm Dorothy Wang Yankowitz.
So Wang is middle name.
Wang middle name.
I love that I did the same thing, but like colloquially, I didn't change it like legally.
Yeah.
It's a lot of paperwork.
A lot of paperwork.
We were trying to decide if this is your second or third time on The Toast.
So I've been digging.
Yes, please.
I found a photo of us from, I remember when you and Jackie did the pop-up in LA and I was like the first guest.
Yes.
But I remember going on to that, like I already knew you guys. Before. So I think for Rich Kids, when we came to New York, or I've been thinking about it because I couldn't find a photo. I've been Googling morning breath.
Yeah, of course. So you were on the breath.
The morning breath.
Yes, when we were in LA, it was the morning breath pop-up.
Yes.
And I thought that was your first time.
No, because I felt a familiarity with you guys. I remember my publicist being like, "Oh, they want you back" or something. But I think I think we had some sort of little junket, and maybe you guys came, and we had like a little press, like when season 2 or season 1 or something for the show.
Well, I remember you coming on the breath because you like. I always liked you and knew you, but you impressed me so much because you came on The Toast, and I don't know if you said it to us off camera, but you said, I think Kylie Jenner's pregnant. And we were like, girl, there's literally no way.
No, I knew.
We're like, no, there's no way. And then a year later, she literally posted like Stormy's born. And Jackie and I were like, oh my God,
no,
Dorothy
I knew.
Wang.
I had to know, but I just pay attention. So and also it's not even like I'm purposely watching but if you follow someone on Instagram, you see what they're wearing and that was like, King Kylie. She was wearing her little, and it was the middle of summer, I remember, and she had her King of Kylie. No, what is it? Life of Kylie show coming out.
Oh, such a good show.
And she did an E-Press interview in a sweatshirt in the middle of August. And I was like, this girl is showing body all the time. And I remember because I was at E at the time too. So I was like, the press push is a little light. Like I think she was like getting days off. And there must have been some sort of behind the scenes too thing. Like maybe actually like we ended up being able to use a studio because Kylie canceled. I was like, that's weird. And then I was just watching and I just felt it.
It was one of the most impressive celebrity predictions I'd ever experienced.
You just pay attention. I don't know. I pay attention, but I'm like that all the time. Like I know when people are getting their boobs out. Like I can just tell.
You can sense it?
Because when you're seeing people online every day and then something changes or their habits change, I'm like, something's up.
Do you have like a high screen time? Do you monitor your screen time? Or
I don't
just
check.
Like, you don't, but do you rot a lot? Like you just scroll a lot?
I have been recently. I really go through times when I'm like, I'm going to read a book. I'm not going to do, I'm going to go on a walk. But sometimes I just let myself have it. And recently for some reason, TikTok has been putting me to bed. Like nothing else can do it, but I need to scroll and then it calms me and then I can fall asleep.
Well, TikTok was blowing up most recently about you because your wedding sort of took the internet by storm.
Oh my gosh.
It was so gorgeous. We would expect nothing less from you. And I said this when we were like recapping your wedding on The Toast. You have a very high bar for like style and you're very critical of other people. So you have to have your house in order when you are criticizing other people's just design choices.
And when you're hosting.
Yes. And your wedding was so beautiful. Can you tell me a little bit about how you met your husband? And he's a Jew and you converted, which I have so many questions for you
about. So Brandon is a New York Jew, 4th generation.
He's actually my cousin. Okay.
I know. Maybe so we're related. So we actually met at a Halloween party.
Okay.
I always get the years wrong because I'm very bad with the years. I think we met 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I'm not sure. My first Halloween that I moved from LA to New York, I was with all my girlfriends, and some of my girlfriends are actually friends with him. And I would hear his name in passing. I wonder what Brandon Yankowitz is doing, like, well, whatever. And then we were all going to the same Halloween party. It was in, the year that the Net opened, and they were having this Halloween party. I was going with my girlfriends. He was going, and we actually met separately downstairs. So we were going up to the party to meet our friends, and we locked eyes at the elevator. And then when we got up, he was like, oh, hi, I'm Brandon. Can I get you a drink? And we were talking at the bar. And then our mutual friends all came over and we're like, how do you know each other? I was like, how do you know? This is the boy I met downstairs. And they're like, this is our friend Brandon. And so it was kind of cute because we kind of met on our own before we were going to meet through our friends.
You don't hear people meeting like that these days. It's so like old school, meeting in person.
Meeting in person, locking eyes, being like, oh, he's cute.
Did you know like pretty quickly?
Well, it was always very intentional with him. Like that night he said, oh, would you like to go out next weekend? And because I had told him I just moved to New York. He said, what brings you to New York? I said, I want to try new things. I want to experience different things. I lived in LA my whole life. And so he's like, oh, have you been to the show Company XIV in Brooklyn? Would you like to go? And I said, sure. And by the time I woke up the next morning, he had texted me and sent me the tickets and was like, a car, I'll have a car.
So appreciative.
A car will pick you up at 7:30. So it was always very intentional. And I remember on the first date, I remember telling my friends after and recapping and just saying like, this is what a husband should feel like. I didn't know if he was going to be my husband, but I was like, this is how they should feel.
This is how you should be treated too.
This is how, yes, he was just such a good gem, like a gem of a person. And I always just say that like, he had so many, like, he was an athlete. He's very smart. He goes out. Like, there's a lot of avenues in which he could have kind of become a douchebag or become not a nice person. And he just really is, like, the nicest, most caring, thoughtful person. Like, he always wants people to feel good. If we're at a party and he feels like someone doesn't know someone, he'll be like, Dorothy, let's go talk to them. So they feel like, really and coming from LA where everyone's scared to talk to anyone,
and it's like
to
the
anyone.
opposite.
It's like, I was like, what?
Yeah.
But he's like, let's go talk to her and make sure she feels like, she knows people here.
Oh my, wait, that's so sweet.
No,
and so what point in your courtship did you start talking about converting? Was that something you wanted to take up? Was it like a requirement for him?
He I think once we got a little bit more serious, obviously maybe like, I don't know, maybe like a year in and we're talking about future. And I think he mentioned, I've always hoped that my wife would be Jewish. Like, would you be open to converting? And growing up in Beverly Hills, being from LA, going to every bat mitzvah,
You're
going
basically
to every
Jewish.
My parents have a lot of Jewish friends, Jewish partners. I grew up with amazing Jewish friends and their families. So it didn't feel so foreign to me.
Right.
And for me, I also was not raised religiously. So for me, it wasn't like I was leaving a religion. Yes, right. I was just gaining something, not losing something. So, and if it makes him happy and, it's important to him.
I love that. Like, and when you were posting about your journey, I was freaking. Like, first of all, where do you start? Like, how do you find the right place? And what denomination? Like, did you do conservative? What did you do?
Not conservative.
Reform.
So we found a rabbi. So Brandon's friends, family friends, knew a guy who knew a guy. We got put in touch with Rabbi Michael Ehrlich. He's from Florida and West Hampton. So he kind of goes back and forth. And my process was very straightforward. I read a book called To Be a Jew. And it was just like a guide to observance of Judaism in the modern era. And we did 4 to 5 Zooms. We talked about it. I had my mikvah. And then I was Jewish.
How was the mikvah?
It was great.
It's very peaceful.
I kind of wanted to stay in there for a while. The water felt nice.
It's really fresh, like spring water.
Yes, it's really fresh. And it felt great.
That's so funny. And so did you have like Jewish traditions at your wedding? You stood under a chuppah?
Yes.
He wore a yarmulke?
Yes, we had a Jewish ceremony. We flew the rabbi out. Michael Ehrlich.
Same rabbi.
Yes,
okay, love that.
Same rabbi. Yes, and we had a Chinese tea ceremony too.
I loved that.
We like to merge the traditions.
I love that. There's nothing cooler. I was just having this conversation with someone. Like I feel like when you grow up with with a strong heritage and or if you I think a lot of people grow up in immigrant households, sometimes it's an annoying thing when you're growing up, you eat differently or you have to do different things than your Gentile friends.
Yes.
So then I feel like when you get older, having those traditions, especially as you get married, it's the best. It's so
the best.
cool.
And it makes you I don't know, I always felt so different and unique. I think growing up, especially during lunchtime was hard.
Of course.
Lunchtime as a Chinese girl is very difficult. Because you're eating weird fruits. It's wrapped differently.
Right.
I don't know. Asians love to saran wrap. I would just be like, Mom, can I just put a Ziploc bag?
Right.
Just a Ziploc. Tupperware, something. Or can I get a thermos with ravioli inside?
Right.
That was not happening.
But then also I feel like as you got older, it became even more celebrated, like Bling Empire.
Yes.
That was, okay, so you've been on 2 pretty iconic reality shows. One on a streamer and one on E! And I'm so curious what the difference was in terms of like format and just like overall experience?
It was really different. Like we didn't know. I always joke we didn't know how good we had it at E. Like
really?
we were like being handheld, and we had the nicest producers, and they really cared about us. And we would have meetings with the network. Like they'd be like, oh, the next episode might be tough for some of you guys. Why don't you come in? Like we would meet with. We were on E, but it was also an ITV production. So we had like two different, I guess, networks and executive teams that we're meeting with. We would see the things before. We'd have heart to hearts. We'd talk all at a round table like this about what bothered us, what we should improve. So it was not like nasty, you know?
Yeah.
And they really cared, and we were very in the loop. We had a million emails all the time. And so that was how I kind of thought all reality shows were, but it really was not. When I went to Netflix, you know, they have so many shows and they get so many eyes, so much exposure, but it is kind of just like, okay, you're premiering this week. You have our emails this week, and we're gonna air it. And then like you kind of like see you never.
Wow,
you
really?
know?
You're just like sort of a cog in a machine.
Yes, because they have so much stuff, and I think for them, they're more content all the time, and they actually want you to binge and watch once and move on to the next thing. Yeah. It's not like a keep watching. They're not going to replay it and re-pump it up and re-hype it up.
And it's hard like now to have the sort of impact that Rich Kids did. And I think at the time, like you had to be you right?
You had to be there. If you know, you know.
How many seasons was it?
It was 4 seasons.
And why did it end?
Honestly, we were a little surprised. We thought we had one more season. You know, 4 seasons at that age, it did feel like, you know, what do we do? Like we all want to do other things, this and that. But we thought maybe we had one more season in us. And then at the end of 4, to be honest, I think E was trying to figure out what they wanted. And they thought that they had this. So when we were canceled, we actually were the second highest rated show. So we were right under the Kardashians.
So weird.
But I think behind the scenes are just like, you know, you're kind of an expensive show. And we were there for 4 years. So, you know, our salaries were getting a little higher.
Right.
They banked on a couple other shows that were going to take off. That quote, they work for less. And they'll do more and work for less was kind of the quote that we heard. And I'm like, well, we're not those people, you know. But I always said that you can't hire kids that you're calling rich kids and then try to cheap them out or think they're going to be easy.
1,000%.
On Bling too, they'd be like, okay, we're like doing the show about like billionaire wealthy Asians, and like but like we can't get you a water, and like we can't do this and we can't do that, and so it's like it didn't add up. Like you can't hype us up and then try to bring us down also. You gotta take it all in. It's like
a unique thing because you guys didn't need to be on TV. I think a lot of times reality TV gets very good because the people who are on those shows are like a little desperate for, or they really need the attention and the fame and all that comes with it and the money. And you guys are in an interesting position on most of the shows that you've been on where you guys don't really need to be on those shows.
No, it was just fun for us. It was fun. We loved to storytell. We loved to go on the trips.
Yeah.
And being on NBC was really fun because they like now it's like they have BravoCon, but we used to have like NBC Universal upfronts. So upfronts. And if you got chosen.
Did you ever get chosen?
Oh, every
of course.
Year. Yeah. Every year we were there. Like it was always fun. You do the upfronts, you do the big shoots and all this stuff. And we were doing like airline commercials and stuff like that. So it was fun to be part of the NBC Universal fam.
And that group of people, you guys really were friends, like, and knew each other for many years before.
Years, yeah.
And after the show ended, I know you and Ezra, besties. You, EJ too.
EJ, yes.
How much of the group like splintered off? Like I know like Roxy does her own thing and like you and Morgan are always like interacting on social, but not like best friends. What is the status, Johnny? Like what is the status of the group?
Johnny and I are like pen pals. Like we love a little gab. I haven't seen him for probably 6 years, 7 years. But for my wedding, he sent me flowers. We sent each other funny memes, stuff like that. We don't really see each other, but you know, the connection's there. EJ just moved to New York.
Oh.
I ran into him at Burglars a couple times. We catch up, we kiki. Roxy, I see here and there, you know, not as close.
Because she lives in LA.
She lives in LA. She has 2 children now.
Right. Yeah. And were any of the rich kids of Beverly Hills at your wedding?
No.
Was that an intentional choice? Was it a small wedding?
155. So it's a medium. It's not huge.
No, it's not.
But it's not tiny. And I just think that, you know, when you have a wedding season, it's a lot about like self-realization, like who you want to be around, who's there for you. You know what I mean? The vibes, the people, who loves you, who also has a connection with Brandon. Like, you know,
you're merging, like
who have we had dinner with, you know? And so I never felt, for me, even if it's certain family members, like I don't feel like you have to invite anyone, you know? It also is like, oh, have you seen them in the last year? Have you gotten dinner? Did they say congratulations? You know, it's a lot of whoever was meant to be there was
Right.
there.
It was so beautiful. Why Italy?
We were looking, and I don't know. It was probably going to either be France or Italy.
Mhm.
And we ended up doing Italy, and we just thought the food, the warmth, and it was just somewhere that, to be honest, we just we didn't want to have a really long engagement, and we didn't want to keep dragging it on. So we were just looking and looking, and then we first went to Lake Como, and then we loved Florence, and we just loved being in Florence. And for the wedding, we wanted it to be a fun trip for everyone too, not just a wedding that's bang 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 wedding stuff. We want a town for people to explore. We want shops. We want good food. So we kind of crafted our wedding schedule. First of all, it was kind of crafted on me not being tired. That's my biggest fear. I hate being tired. I don't want to be tired and ugly and like a raisin on my wedding day. So we spread it out to where we had our welcome rehearsal dinner. So also, I don't like when weddings have too many events.
Interesting. Okay.
I think I look short and sweet, kind of, when you're at a wedding and it's okay, these people again for the fourth day in a row.
Right.
It's a little much. So we merged ceremony, rehearsal dinner and welcome dinner on the first night.
Okay. Two dinners is not necessary.
Yes,
separate.
you don't need a welcome and then a rehearsal.
Agreed.
We can do it together. And then that was one big night. And then the Friday we had kind of pizzas and kind of come and go as you please chill. But then we also arranged museum tickets and tours and pasta classes. So that's kind of a chill day for people to rest. And then at night it was off. Anyone can do whatever they wanted. Also a lot of our friends, they're married, they have kids, and they're away. They want to go on a date night. They want to relax. It's we want them to explore wherever we were going to be. So we had that night off. And then we convene again on Saturday for the big thing. And everyone was so rested. So then for the wedding, everyone was able to stay up until 4 or 5 in the morning and have the best time because we had that day off and no brunch.
No, by the way, we need to be done with the post-wedding brunch.
No.
I agree.
And what time do you make the brunch? Some people are up till 5, 6.
No, and a lot of people leave the next day.
No.
It's just, I agree.
And it's more fun to say bye to everyone when you're dressed up at night, the hungover brunch and then with the parents and the family. Oh my God.
Speaking of your parents, what do your parents make of your, when you told them you were converting to Judaism, what was their reaction?
They said great.
Oh, really?
I don't think, to them it also was not that foreign. I always had a lot of Jewish friends,
right.
So
it wasn't
they
a big
great.
deal.
And we used to be, we're very, a lot of my dad has a partner who's Jewish, also his family. So they would also always joke that we're Junies and that, we have so many similarities between the cultures. Yeah. So it was not so foreign. Now
that you're married, do you think your journey with reality TV is over, or you're still open to perhaps a Real Housewife of New York?
It's just different now, I think that now you think about other things. And I always used to say yes to everything, but now I have someone else to think about. And he is very private, but he has recently opened up a little bit. He got his Instagram. He's been open to we've been filming a little something. So he,
You're just more cautious.
And I think nowadays, I also, for me, it's and also for the certain shows I've been on, you can tell when I'm kind of don't want to be there. And it is kind of miserable to be with people who you don't really want to be around and force situations, and especially force situations where people are going to fight with you. I think I finally have gotten over the trauma and the PTSD of that, because when you film a show.
Do you have that from Rich Kids or from Bling Amber?
Both. Yeah. Both. I think it's just a lot of attacking all the time, but that's just the nature of it. When you're on a show, the thing that's great about not being on a show is that you can just keep your opinions to yourself.
Right. Of which you have many.
I have many, but now it's my flex is I'm just gonna keep it to myself.
I know.
But I watched myself before. Sometimes clips come up and I'm I can't believe I was just rattling everything out. I couldn't even imagine doing that nowadays.
You?
I mean, I was 25, I think, which
That's young.
is for us also, we were kids. I know people they're 25. Oh, you could be married with kids. No, we were Beverly Hills little kids. You're still kids. I was still, I think, living at my parents' house.
Right.
We're still very youthful, you know? So it was young, and I mean, we're just rattling things out. Now I watch all the young kids on TikTok. I'm yes, that was me. Just saying whatever comes to mind.
So scary.
But now it's I don't want to really offend people. I don't want, so it's a different, I think you just mature and you just kind of think about what's more important or what's the message that's important to send out,
Well,
So
for people my age, like that show like was such an important part of our come up. And when you see those clips, because they're always being resurfaced, like iconic things that you and Morgan would say, your little dual confessional, so cute.
We were the first people. We invented the double
Really?
interview.
You and Morgan?
Yes. I mean, they told us to do it, obviously, but
No,
we
of
were
course,
the first
to do it. Right.
it.
That's such an interesting fun fact.
I know.
When you see those clips, like, does your butt clench or do you love it? Like,
it depends.
Yeah.
It depends. But I also think that I grew a lot as the seasons went on. Because what first season, we're going in with literally like
itemized
no hair
bill.
extensions.
The itemized bill.
Itemized bill. Oh my God. But that was a real life thing, the itemized bill.
Oh, it was.
Though it happened. Did I only put one earring in?
Oh, hopefully you didn't lose it.
I don't know.
That's a big earring, girl. Where are those earrings from?
Gift from my mom a long time ago.
Lovely.
I know.
We'll check the
Oh my
floor.
God.
Don't worry.
Maybe I should put it on this year since we're like camera facing. I don't think I put it
Wang
on.
way.
I'll text Brandon. I think I was probably in a rush because I had,
She had a glam emergency, you guys, before she got
glam
here.
emergency, always. It just makes me feel young again, the glam emergency. I haven't had a glam emergency in a really long time.
What was today's emergency?
It just wasn't great,
Oh, okay.
It was also rushed.
Yeah, right. It's early morning.
Yeah.
It's the morning.
But I also like a specific way, and it's like trying, when you try a new person, I'm just gonna do whatever, and then I'm like, and I'm like trying to fix my eyebrows and stuff.
Well, you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Sorry, the itemized bill.
Oh, itemized bill. It was a real thing.
Okay.
But the thing was that with that, I know there's so much like debate about like, do you go to a dinner and itemize or not? But I think the gracious thing to do is.
Can you remind me what the storyline actually was?
Okay.
Was that you guys all went to a group dinner and somebody wanted to itemize the bill and you were upset?
Off camera. No, it was actually opposite. So this was 3 years before. So Roxy and I actually went to USC together. We'd go to a lot of we would go to spring breaks and stuff all in a big group. And Morgan actually, she didn't go to USC with us, but she came.
She was like a part of the group.
She came with actually her now husband.
Oh.
And they were all there with us, and we all went to a sushi restaurant. And the vibes are just different. Me and this one other girl, we weren't feeling well. We ordered one roll to share, and we weren't drinking. Mm-hmm. And everyone else was like 8 to 10. When you're 8 to 10 shots, big dinner or whatever. So we had already said we're like just gonna share one roll. We made it kind of known we're tired. We're just share one roll. So then when the bill came, they're just like, you just have to pay it, and we're like, what? And then they cornered me in the bathroom, and they're like, your dad is so rich and you're just not going to pay the bill. Oh. And it was just kind of a little bit disgusting to me. I don't know. I think that obviously you don't want to nickel and dime I had one piece of salad, whatever.
Of course.
But
you guys were at basically two different dinners.
Yes, but the gracious thing to do is even at a dinner when I'm ordering more than I'm hungrier than other people, I'll say, let me leave the tip because I ordered more, or I'm drinking and you're not. I'm usually not drinking. So I think it's not you notice there's a difference. So why should two people, just because we're sitting there and they're like, you have to just pay everything and da-da-da-da. And it was just not.
Do you not drink?
I just don't drink so much anymore. Back then, usually was drinking, but that was our off night. It was a Sunday. I think it was just late and we were just not in the mood.
That was so
then that
iconic.
was a real life thing. So then they knew that Roxy and I had this tiff about it.
Right.
And then when we were there, they brought it up again. We went back to the same restaurant.
Got it.
And they brought it up again. And they wanted us to bring up the, and it did.
Yeah.
We were so drunk.
Right.
And I think I cried. I think Morgan screamed. It was a whole thing.
But when that episode and that storyline was airing, I was very much in my group dinner era. Yeah. And we were talking about it all the time.
You just have to know, I usually am yes, if you're at a group dinner, everyone's on the same vibe. But let's say someone's pregnant, they're not drinking. Yeah. I think the gracious thing to do for the people ordering more is to say, you really didn't have a lot, you didn't drink, we'll leave the tip or don't worry about it. Or just pay your share.
No, you're so right.
And we had already told the waiter, by the way. We told the waiter.
That you wanted a separate bill?
We're having a separate bill.
That's how it should have been.
Yeah.
That's seriously
and it's
so
not
funny.
I do it all the time. It was just once in a while.
But also, I don't think anyone would look at you and say you're a cheap person.
Yeah, but
you
just
don't have a history of cheapness.
let me save when I can.
Literally.
I have one meal off.
I remember when you said, you were in your confessionals, you were rich people don't say rich by just paying for everybody.
Yes.
Seriously, so iconic.
No, but it's true. You gotta, I did say that.
You did.
Oh my God, I love that you remember
No,
that.
But I tell you, the cultural impact of rich kids does not get talked about enough, honestly.
I feel like we were always everyone's side chick. Everyone would, we would have A-list celebrities come to us on the low and be like, oh my God, we love your show. I'm tweet about it.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of it was a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, it was so good. No, total separate. What wellness, beauty things did you do before your wedding? Because you looked insane.
Honestly,
when those photos dropped,
I know it was, but it really is just for me. This the healthier and the less I eat, the inflammation goes away. Weight loss is a big for me, like 5 pounds, 10 pounds makes a big difference. Huge. And what I'm eating, if I'm getting inflamed or not, I really didn't do that much, honestly, because I also have been having my skin allergy issues.
I know you for a while have been posting about like the changes in your diets that like you were having a lot of health issues.
Yes. So I also like when I was younger, I would have done everything, tried everything. Right. Now I think I'm more cautious and just like careful with my body and what I try. So I didn't do anything abnormal. I mean, what did I do? I think I did some Zoom whitening. I did go to Dr. Belkin and I got soft wave, but I did it kind of late. It's like a laser, like a tightening laser. It hurts. You have to do the laughing gas with it. But it's like, no, but it's like a sting. I hate lasers. I usually never even do lasers because it's like a slow torture. Like I can do an injection, like, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it's over. But a laser, it's like 30 minutes of like burning, stop.
Yeah.
Like, it's like too much. But I did do that. I was like, it's their wedding. You have to do something. But I just really focused on my diet and eating small portions.
And did you have a no social media rule? Because I didn't even know you had gotten married until the L piece dropped.
Yes. So we asked everyone to just hold. We wanted everyone to be safe because everyone was there. We also didn't want anyone to get robbed when they were away or anything. So, and we brought so many, we brought so many people there. We wanted them to be safe. We wanted everyone to, be able to leave Florence and, before it got out.
I love that. The pictures were stunning. We loved the journey. And
Thank
I'm so excited
you.
because while you are a very interesting woman, you also have amazing opinions on other people. And you're quite critical, which I love. So, Dorothy Wang, I am ready. And I'm wondering if you are for the Fast 5 stories.
Okay, I am ready.
Today's episode of The Toast is brought to you by Saks Fifth Avenue, the pargiest, most classic, most stunning way to celebrate the holidays this season. Saks is such an easy way to find gifts that inspire both you and others. It's nice to shop for others, but it's also really nice to shop for yourself. And Saks is the pargiest place to shop this holiday season, especially because of their light show. It is returning. I went 2 years ago. It's such an iconic New York City thing to do. I actually wheeled my dying dog in a stroller to the light show because he needed to see it before he died. So the iconic Saks Light Show in New York City at their flagship store is returning. There are so many amazing moments. I actually drove past Saks the other day. It was raining and the lights are up. It was sick. It's really just so New York. It's so classic. It's so iconic. And that's what makes Saks, I think, like the pargiest place to shop. Again, if you're looking for things for yourself this holiday season, you're looking to, show up to the office holiday party looking like a little cute. Highly recommend shopping at Saks. Also, if you're looking to knock things off your list, they have stuff for men, women, kids, home, beauty, really all the categories. It's super easy. Their website's super user-friendly. And then you just get that that warm Home Alone feeling. It's so New York. It's so iconic. It's so Christmas. So shop this holiday season at Saks Fifth Avenue and check out their holiday light show. Their windows, it's so iconic. 611 Fifth Avenue between 49th and 50th Streets in New York City. Today's episode is also brought to you by Minky Couture. That's Minky Haute Couture. You're never going to want to buy another blanket again once you shop at Minky Couture Blankets. That's why I'm always talking about it. I've kind of coined the term, it's the Birkin bag of blankets because it's the OG. Everyone's copying. You've probably seen a lot of blankets that look like Minky Couture blankets all over social media. Minky Couture is the inventor of the original Hugs blanket. They're these huge, fluffy, squishy blankets that really hug you back. Jackie had them before me and she was like, you have to get a Minky Couture blanket. And I was like, okay, I will. But I don't see how it could be different. Mani shanaha blanket hazeh. Why is this blanket different from all other blankets? And it just is. You have to experience it. It's kind of a lifestyle. I can't really explain it to you if you don't have one. They come in a ton of different color sizes and patterns. They are the creator of the blanket. They are a female-owned business started by a mom who's really passionate also about giving back. So the reason why I love, owning, purchasing, and supporting Minky Couture is because they have given back to the community. They have donated over 100,000 of their mini Minky blankets to NICUs across the country. They do that every year. It's the best blanket ever. Follow them on Instagram. They're always doing great deals. We have kind of the best deal out there, not to brag. Code TOAST. That's going to get you literally half off full price blankets. That's 50%. If you don't know what half is, it's 50, 50%. Visit softminkyblankets.com. Our code TOAST at checkout will get you 50% off all full price blankets only on their website, Soft Minky Blankets, MINKY, blankets.com. Use code TOAST for 50% off all full price blankets. Get one yourself. Screw everyone else on your holiday list. This one's for you, okay? It's cozy season. Don't suffer. Today's episode is also brought to you by Primal Kitchen. So Primal Kitchen is a brand that I only found out about that's why I love my job, from becoming a sponsor of theirs. Well, them becoming a sponsor of ours. So it is a brand that is fully committed to making ingredients condiments, sauces, salad dressings, like all your favorite accoutrement, but they make it from real food for real food. So I think a lot of us, as we go on our wellness journey, sort of the last thing that we start to cut out is like the extra sugary dressings, but that's what like makes food so good. And Primal Kitchen does not want us to suffer. You don't have to get rid of your favorite ketchups, ranch. They are remaking all of our classic staples with better ingredients. They are so much better for you. They taste so good. Some of them taste exactly the same. It's pure and quality tested. And they also just created a pure avocado oil. Everybody's really getting into what oils they're using, which I appreciate. So their Primal Kitchen Pure Avocado Oil is pure and quality tested. It's never blended with other oils. It has light neutral flavors that let your cooking really shine. And thanks to its high smoke point, the high heat oil can stand up to any kitchen task. So that's grilling, baking, sauteing, air frying, marinating, whatever. It's super versatile. It's a healthy oil. It contains healthy fats and it contains good fats from the avocados. So it's easier than ever to find Primal Kitchen Pure Avocado Oil because it's now available at Walmart. You can find Primal Kitchen in Walmart stores or online at walmart.com and their website, primalkitchen.com. That's PRIMAL kitchen.com. Or you can just shop Walmart stores or online at walmart.com. Today's episode is also brought to you by True Classic. The guys at True Classic started with a simple mission: bring premium, comfortable clothing to the masses. Because looking and feeling great should not come with a designer price tag. And people clearly agree. With over 25 million shirts sold to 5 million customers and more than 200,000 5-star reviews, True Classic has become a staple in closets everywhere. So the brand is, of course, it's about fabric and fit, but it's not just about that. It's really about confidence, helping people show up every day feeling put together without trying hard. Sometimes just getting ready in the morning is too much to handle. Like sometimes whatever's going on in your life, like, oh, and I also have to put together an outfit, like that's the straw that breaks the camel's back. I think we've all been there. And that's what makes True Classic the perfect gift for the holiday season. So whether you're shopping for dads, brothers, partners, or even the women and kids in your life, True Classic has something for everyone. It's the same premium comfort and perfect fit that built the brand are now available for the whole family. So the pieces fit where they should. They feel really incredible. They do not break the bank, and you're going to get a tailored look without sacrificing comfort, all while, staying within your holiday budget. So you can really feel the difference from the moment you throw something on from True Classic. Like whenever I put something on, it just feels different. It's tailored where you want it, relax where you need it. It doesn't bunch, it doesn't stiff. It's no BS, just a clean, effortless fit that actually works with real life. So you can find True Classic at Amazon, Target, Costco, and Sam's Club, or you can head to trueclassic.com/toast to grab the perfect gift for everyone. That's trueclassic.com/TOAST to grab the perfect gift for everyone on your list this holiday season. In no particular order.
I'm going to try to channel like 2015
Please,
Dorothy.
the bitchier the better.
Like the sassier.
And you know what? This is actually, I'm not going to go in any particular order, but about what you just said about people getting robbed. So
yes.
we reported a little while ago that while Kathy Hilton was at BravoCon along with Sutton Strack, both of their homes were burglarized. And then more details came out that actually Rick Hilton was home. And now we're learning that Rick Hilton actually blasted his shotgun at the burglars during the break-in. So Kathy Hilton is breaking her silence about the terrifying moment that her husband, Rick, was grabbing a shotgun. He confronted the 3 burglars. They smashed their way into their swanky LA home while she was away at BravoCon. He was home, and she said he got his shotgun out. Boom. And he said, "Get the fuck out of here. The police are on their way." Can you believe?
Yeah. I was actually
in
LA, and I was in the neighborhood when that happened, and I heard something.
Oh, you're kidding.
And I like ran to my family room, and I was like, oh my God, I heard something.
You heard like a gunshot?
I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a loud door slamming.
Right.
I didn't know what it was. Like as I was in LA and I was in the neighborhood, I heard.
Oh my God.
But I also drove past their house at a certain point that night. And I was like, oh, their lights on. I remember noting like, oh, their lights on, like security decoy.
Right,
like,
that's what people do.
Yes.
Oh my God. Good. This is just me learning that
But
Rick Hilton is a gun owner.
I know. And quick.
And he's
Mr.
a little
Holt.
old.
I know. No. But also like the thing about the gun in the house, I just wonder, it's like, what if, do you have to put a gun in every room? Because
I know. What if you're downstairs and the gun is upstairs?
Yes, exactly. Then you have to run upstairs or run downstairs.
I know. And I also feel like a lot of times like people get like a gun for safety, but when something actually happens, they like forget about it or they freak out.
Or it's
not accessible.
away.
Yeah. So
Rick was moving quick.
you don't often hear about like somebody effectively using their gun for protection.
Yes, and that they actually left.
Right.
Because
they worked.
Because LA is just so sad right now.
I know.
It's so, and honestly, when people from all around the world are flying to LA specifically to target and rob, you know that there's a hole in the system.
It's
a weak link. Like people are flying from all over the world to rob there. Yes, because it's so easy.
Right.
And the police time, it takes like 20 minutes for the police to get there.
Yeah.
I had a friend who was getting married actually, and during her wedding, her like Nest Cam went off. They saw robbers, and they're like screaming at the robbers through the intercom. We can see you. We're taking screenshots. The police are coming, and they looked in the camera and said, the police will, you live in LA, the police won't get here for 20 minutes and we'll be out in 12. And they just continued on their way.
Oh, they didn't even care.
They didn't even care.
Oh my God.
And it's just, I think it's just so easy. It's so bad.
It's so bad. And then also when you're a public figure and your schedule is like very public, they know Kathy Hilton's not home.
I know.
But they didn't account on Mr. Rick.
Being
home with his gun.
With his shotgun.
I find like now,
and
like
he shot it in the office air. I saw that.
Rick Hilton is like hot to me now. Like he protected his home like as a man should. It's a man's job.
I know, but it would be a shotgun.
Yeah, it's like 100 years old. It's like literally like a, what do they call it? Like a musket?
Yes,
like from the Revolutionary War.
Like it
Well, I'm glad everyone's okay. That's like such a crazy story.
Bravo should like just have security for everyone when they leave.
I know. It's so insane that this is sort of just like a rite of passage as like either like a wealthy person who lives in LA or a celebrity. Like so many housewives. Kyle.
Yes.
In that group and specifically Kyle Dorit, Kathy.
Yeah.
I think Teddy, her home, even though her husband like works in security.
Even Farrah, Kyle's daughter.
Insane.
Yeah.
Have you ever been robbed?
Knock on wood,
knock
no.
Knock on wood,
no.
Bite your tongue. Oh, you're so Jewish now. Okay, next story. Miley Cyrus is engaged. And it's just weird. Like, I don't care. She's newly engaged. She flashed her shiny new ring while gushing about her fiance, Maxx Morando. So she went on Good Morning America yesterday, spilled the tea.
Oh, she was?
Yeah,
Okay.
she said, I'm usually a total control freak, but she surrendered in her relationship and she was really blindsided by the proposal. She said everything in her life has lined up perfectly, from dropping her new song and then her upcoming, whatever, and now getting engaged. She feels like she's really just everything coming up Miley.
Oh.
I don't know this man.
No,
and
I
he
don't.
has really crazy hair.
There's one photo of them on a red carpet and they have like matching hair. Yes.
And it's not how I saw Miley's journey ending, but I'm here for Miley's happiness.
I know. Is he like a singer, an instrumentalist?
What does he do? Okay, that's a great question.
We don't know anything about him.
I think he's like in the music industry.
But Miley, I feel like she is such an individual that it is hard for her to partner, like want to be, and she's working. Yeah. And she's such a good performer. I feel that like it's maybe hard, to be like, okay, why don't you come with me?
Also scarred from her last, and even though like,
but good songs came from that.
So good. And that was like, for me, that was like my Miley era. Like her and Liam. We know now how terrible and how toxic it was, but like at the time.
I know. She had, but that's maybe why she went in such a different direction.
So he's a drummer.
Okay. For her or another band?
So he's in a LA-based band called Lily, which I, of course, have not heard of. But their band participated in NBC's Miley's New Year's Eve. Remember when she did that like Miami's?
I think I had a friend who managed that band, actually.
Wasn't doing a very good job. I'm kidding. Well, they met in 2022 when
he laughed at that one.
I'm cracking up when they did Miley's New Year's Eve party in Miami. So I guess that's when they met.
Oh,
that's cute. Aww. I'm happy for her. Like we love her. We do.
In our house, in the Yankowitz household, Brandon's like, she's just so talented. She's a real
Brandon doesn't
talent.
say anything mean about anyone.
No, no. He has opinions.
Oh, he does.
He won't like air them out about, but he just has opinions. Like, and she thinks that she's like a good girl. She works really hard. She's super talented. Like, great to watch.
Do you think your husband has made you softer?
Yes, I think so.
I think so too. In a good way.
So. I think he has, and also like the thing I always tell Brandon is like he doesn't like the sassy. So I've kind of like I'm not as sassy anymore.
Well.
Maybe you don't need to be sassy.
You
I don't know.
No, I think that's also like a part of growing up. I find that also like everything out of my mouth used to just be like snarky. And
it was like everything needed to be a zinger. But now I'm like I can just let the other party relax and like I can relax.
And it's just like so much more calm that way.
Yes, look at us progressing and maturing.
And it's not like a great time for this story because I do have something snarky to say.
Okay,
but and that's only because it's about Prince Harry, who's probably my least favorite person on the planet. And I actually love your take.
We had high hopes for Prince Harry.
So before I get into the story, what is your take on Meghan Harry and like the internet's obsession with them?
Are they obsessed with them? I feel like
in a negative way.
I feel like they're being pushed on us in a way that I don't know. Like, I don't know anyone that still cares. And I just think that their hook on us is that they're part of the royal family, right? And every day that goes past that they've left the royal family, I feel like we're less and less interested.
Right.
And I don't like that I don't know, first of all, you decide to join a family, the most public family in the world, and then you just like, you kind of have to know what you're getting into. And then
Which she did not.
You're gonna rip it apart. But did she really not know what she was getting into?
So this is like my whole thesis in the toasters. I'm sorry for repeating myself again. But like, there's a lot of speculation about what went down during her time in the family. And I feel like based on what I know from their retelling of the story in their documentary on Netflix, but also just like being a discerning, commentator on culture, I do really feel like she had no idea. And
she didn't know how difficult it would be. She thought it'd just be kind of fun. And
I think that he is to blame for her experience. I think they collectively blame other members of the family when in reality, like it was on Harry to get her a teacher. It was on Harry to get her a stylist.
Yes.
It was on Harry, Emily Post. Like he did none of that for her. And in the documentary, they were like, and the family didn't prepare me. It's like, he's the family.
Yes.
Like he's born
and he's
into
your
this.
husband. He knows how it's supposed to go.
You.
He's seen how Kate's done it.
He's
saw
seen
what
happened to his mother.
Yes.
So I like so blame Harry. And I think she receives a lot of the hate in like the States for what should be hate towards him. Like I'm pro hating Harry.
Yeah.
I'm pretty ambivalent on Meghan. I do think people are really hard on her, but I also think like she has no clue that like how people really feel about her and she really needs to like take a step back. But I think they need the money.
I think they need the money. I think she's beautiful. I will give her that. But I am always a little, I don't know, sketched out about someone who never had an Instagram. Like she had bigger plans for herself. Like she was playing that card.
So she did have an Instagram for her blog, the Tig, right?
Oh, okay.
But she didn't have, you're right, like a personal.
But for her to say she didn't even know who he was.
Oh, please. Yeah,
do you know
that's
what I mean?
lie,
That's a little lie. But I also don't like that they talk, so they want to leave. They don't want to, it seems like they want all the perks of being associated. Yeah. Now she's like, wants everyone to call her by the title thing. I mean, now it's like, I think she knows that that's her thing and that's the only thing that people are interested in. And so she has to, but I feel like she's just using it to their benefit.
And so, the reason why I chose this story is because a lot of the times, like, they are, I don't even know what tier of celebrity I would include them in. I often compare them to the Obamas because they're like political, like politicians. I don't know what they are, but I often find them doing things now that like people at their level should never do. And Harry made a TikTok, like a lip syncing TikTok with Stephen Colbert. Like he went on the Colbert Show, which is kind of crazy, but that's what they do now. They're just like sort of regular celebrities.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's so crazy that he went on the Colbert Show, but they did a lip sync. And I was
what
like,
was the show? What was the song?
It was not a song. It was like a clip from the Great British Bake Off.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah. And there's like a viral sound from it. And so it's just two people talking, like making a joke, and it's Stephen and Harry. And it's quite shocking because there's something really degrading.
Times are tough.
Yeah.
Times are tough for Prince Harry and Montecito, but I also see a lot of blind items about how moochy they are, and they like
on other people.
Yes,
I hear that too, and I
they
actually
overstayed their welcome.
Yeah,
they always try to get on the plane. They try to get on the boats. They try to stay in the guest houses.
In terms of like the LA neighborhoods, explain to me Montecito. But
Montecito is in Santa Barbara, so it's very far. Okay. It's like a 4-hour drive from Los Angeles.
Is a fair comparison like the Hamptons almost?
I don't know. Montecito and Santa Barbara, I feel like have been having like a big moment, but it's not like people go for the weekend. I guess they do.
Do people mostly live there, or it's more like second homes?
Live there.
Okay.
Or they'll go and like visit for maybe go to the Rosewood or something. I guess people do go, but it is far. It's not like the Hamptons, but also people in New York have a different type of just like gust for life that they'll drive for hours. In LA, people like and New York, everyone's down for everything. Like they're down for the journey to get to the destination. In LA, everyone's like, I'm just gonna stay home this weekend.
That's so
it's
funny.
very rare.
Do you like living in New York?
I love it.
You do?
Yes, I
love it. You think you're
it.
here forever?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely for
you're fine.
For the near future at least. But it was so refreshing to come, and especially when I came, I was single.
Right.
And so people like to do things here.
Yes.
Which is very different than LA. And I always say in LA, I would maybe see my best friends like at most like once every 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Here you see everyone like 4 times a week, 4 times a day even. Everyone's always doing stuff. In LA, everything's so separate. But now even when I go back to LA, I'm like eating dinner at home. When you're not used to like circuiting and doing a lot, every small thing seems like so much. And then you
Huge.
stop going out at
I think
all.
also in LA, like people have everything in their houses,
Yes.
right? Like I don't need to go to the gym. I have a little gym
LA
here.
is so house. Like I actually went to LA a couple weeks ago when BravoCon was happening and had like a nice like hang with my friends. Like I wanted to do cozy hangs. No one does cozy hangs in New York because you're like, why don't you come over and watch a movie? And then everyone's like, let's go to Cipriani. No
Right.
one ever hangs in a house.
No, they don't.
So there, like I had a sound bath and we ordered in Goop, we watched movies, we had like cozy nights. And
Yeah.
it just felt like it was like kind of what I needed after the wedding.
Do you think you'll stay in the city?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're city people.
Is your husband from the city?
He's from Long Island. He was born in Queens and then moved to Long Island when he was younger.
Oh,
And
wow, a
then
real tri-state man.
Since college, I think he's been in the city.
So Harry went on Stephen Colbert. They made
Yes.
like I heard he got booed by the audience because like he made a joke about Trump, and then they made this TikTok, and like honestly,
Can we watch it? Do you
yeah,
have it synced up?
I think it aired last night, and like nobody's talking about the interview. They're just talking about the TikTok, or at least I am, because
Yeah.
to me it's a recession indicator.
Yes. I was going to say
Dark
times. Are tough.
Yes. It's just when you think that there's something that they won't do, because they really did leave. They did say for privacy, but I think we learned after that really wasn't a priority. It was
No.
just like getting away. But like every time they announced something, like her doing a podcast, 2 podcasts,
I
like I'm sorry,
know.
that's insane.
Yeah.
That at one point I had the same job as the Duchess. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
But
But the podcast didn't get renewed, right? The
no,
Spotify
so
one.
she had 2. She had a Spotify one called Archetypes that like stopped in the middle.
Okay.
And then like a couple of years later, she was like, I'm bringing it back. Confessions of a Female Founder.
Okay.
So which is like about women in business. And
Okay.
they did like 4 episodes on Zoom and then did not do a second season.
That's interesting.
No, like her whole thing is like announcing
Start,
big
stop.
projects and stopping.
Start,
yeah.
stop.
Him too, because he had the 3-book deal and he only did 1.
I don't think he has that much more to say.
I thought the same.
I don't think the lights are not, that bright. Up there.
Right. I'm so excited about this story because I'm dying to hear your take on everyone's
Okay.
new face from Stephen Levine.
Oh my God, Dr. Stephen Levine.
So apparently he was at Kris Jenner's birthday party and everyone wanted to talk to him. I
Yes.
heard he has like a 4-year wait list and a face costs $250,000. Well, Kris Jenner's talking more openly about her facelift, and she says that her nose is probably the only real thing on her face.
That's not true. Oh, no.
She's saying that
Like the remnants of her nose.
I guess. So
Is
Kris
it?
Jenner, what do you say?
It looks like the nose has been worked on.
It
a little
does.
Bit, no?
It does.
But maybe with the facelift. Maybe it's filler.
So on the new episode of Kardashians, she's spending time in Paris with Kim.
Mm-hmm.
So Kris then joked that her nose is probably the only thing on her face that's real. The reality star admitted to undergoing a facelift by Dr. Stephen Levine ahead of her 70th birthday. And then in reply, Kim claims that her teeth are real amid the celebrity veneer craze. What's your thoughts on veneers?
I've always wanted veneers and I get scared.
Do you not have? Smile.
No.
You have beautiful teeth.
They could be a little bit veneers. It's just like it's always,
I feel
they're
like
always on.
it has
And
potential.
here's the thing. In LA, what someone said to me, well, you're moving to New York now. You don't need veneers. It's different. In LA, like everyone has veneers and everyone is like, but I also, as much as vain as I am, I'm very like practical and I'm like a little scared. I always try to err on the side of caution. Like with veneers, you don't know how they're going to react. And if you shave down your teeth, there's no going back.
Exactly. And what if like the trends change and veneers
Yes.
aren't cool anymore?
And I like to eat. Like, what if, like, I hear, like, if you have veneers, you can only chew a certain way. Sometimes it doesn't align. You just don't know. It's just very risky. I like the look of veneers. I would love to just, know for sure my teeth are going to be glowing and
forever
out like that forever. But it kind of scares me.
Yeah,
So, and the gums.
Jackie's always saying like we will never be truly like successful celebrities because we have our real teeth.
You can tell someone's commitment to fame if they get veneers. There's
It's true.
There are indicators of who really is going to do everything to make it, and it's the veneer girls.
And some people like have good veneers. Some.
Yes.
I would say overwhelmingly, I can tell pretty much every person who has veneers, I can tell, and they're huge, and it becomes their whole mouth. I mean, Miley.
Yes.
I feel like Miley's teeth are a cautionary tale.
I know.
They pop out of her mouth, and everyone talks about it. It's like the first thing they say about her, and she's like a beautiful young woman.
Yes.
I feel like
But she always had a little, like, I don't know. If
she
like,
had a snaggle tooth
like
on Hannah Montana.
I felt like she's always wearing like a flipper.
Yeah,
Do you know
she
what I
did. Yes,
mean?
1,000. Very John Bonet.
Like a little,
Yeah, I don't know like who to blame for the veneer craze, but I do feel like it's really gone too far.
But I think now we all live in what looks good in a picture. Everyone's getting their bodies to what looks good in a
Totally.
picture, but what looks good in a picture always looks so intense in real life.
What do you think
know
of
what I
Dr.
mean?
Stephen Levine, like, and his work, Lindsay Lohan?
You know what?
More
I am so happy that he's young. So by the time we need facelifts, he's still going to be in the prime of his game.
I
He's
love
not going to be
that.
like 80 years old.
I love that.
I know. So I'm dying to meet him. And just
Are
like,
you
remember me and like,
pro facelift? Like, what's your?
yeah, why not? But I hear that also facelifts are, before the wedding, I went to like every doctor that you
You did.
Dr. Diamond, Dr. like all over the one was like, do I need a facelift?
Mhm.
Like, should I get, and they all did the little testing.
You don't
and
need
they said,
a facelift.
They said I would get a 10% increase of whatever my aesthetics.
Tightness, yeah.
10% is, they said, is not enough. Like
I
they
agree.
want that number to get to 30, 40, then we can talk. So they said maybe in a couple years or whatever. But I was like, what do I need to do before the wedding? I was
Really?
thinking upper bluff. I was thinking facelift. I was thinking, I almost got a lip lift. Like, it's also funny because when I'm in LA, I'm like, I'm going to get a lip lift. And I leave and I'm like, nope, I'm not going to do it.
So I did a lip lift.
You did?
Well,
Yours
no,
looks
what's
natural.
it called? Is it a lip lift? A lip flip.
Oh, lip flip, Botox.
Which is like Botox.
Oh, okay.
What's a lip lift?
Oh, that's when they literally cut it and they sew it and it goes like.
Oh, you know
this.
what? Sometimes I see people whose like noses and like
Yes, you
mustaches
can
are
see-
like connected.
The problem is there's always a scar.
Yeah.
There's always a scar. And if you already have a nose job or whatever scars on your face, and it's okay, but like to kind of put a scar right here is kind of not good.
What doctor? Because I feel like there's always like a doctor of the moment, like Dr. Orion. Remember, like when the Kardashians were obsessed with him.
Yes.
And Dr. Stephen Levine is the doctor of the moment.
But you have to go to different doctors for different things.
So Kylie also posted her doctor for her boobs.
Who?
I forget
Givenchy?
who it was. I think it started with an M. I don't remember. Somebody was like, Kylie, please let us know what you did to your boobs. They
Oh.
look amazing. And she was like, here's what I asked for. Here's what I went
under
to.
the muscle.
Right,
Whatever,
under the
whatever.
muscle.
Yes.
They are embracing this like new era of transparency because I think for so many years they've gotten really criticized about like the beauty standard and what they're doing
Yeah.
for women and just to be open about it. And they've like decided like a year ago that they're
Yes.
going to start talking about it, which I love.
Yes.
But I don't like require it, you know? Like if you want to
Yeah.
share it with me, great. If not,
Yeah.
how you look has no.
Because I also feel like a lot of people, they're very open about it personally amongst friends.
Yes.
But publicly, you can't really go on a red carpet and say, I did this and this and this, but
Yeah.
you're open with your friend, you know?
Yeah, so I guess what Kris Jenner's saying is like she's
She
been
looks
nipped and tucked in
amazing.
every way. They did like this TikTok live last night, which Recession indicator, the Kardashians doing a TikTok live.
When I saw the clip of Kim being like, oh, and you can buy this 4-pack for $59,
I
I
was
was like,
shook.
what? How much is she getting? Is she getting equity in TikTok?
And then I was scrolling
TikTok.
TikTok. Well, no, TikTok streaming is just huge right now.
Yeah.
And then I was scrolling TikTok last night and it came up for me and Chloe was on it. And let me tell you, I was fucking cackling. She was being so funny. I was actually really enjoying it.
She did a live where she was like selling something.
It was like a live,
A
it was like
shop.
a QVC.
Okay.
So Kim was there, Chloe was there, Kris was there.
Kyle was there. I saw
Kyle was
that.
there. Kathy Hilton stopped by. Nick from Love Island was there. Like it was just insane. But I actually
Snoop Dogg.
watched it. Snoop Dogg, yes. I watched it and I actually really enjoyed it.
Really?
It was funny.
They're
and then they
onto
started selling
something.
and I was like out.
Yeah.
Because I do wear a ton of Skims, but I just buy them on the website.
Yeah.
Where was I going with this? Oh, her nose. So she says that her nose is like the only thing on her face that isn't touched. And I just feel like, why would that be the case? I feel like the nose job is like kind of a gateway drug to more plastic surgery.
I feel like that. I feel like that nose has been touched.
Yeah. Or maybe just like it's a mirage because everything else has been.
Or maybe it's like the most untouched.
Yeah.
Like there is still some, like I said, remnants of the old nose there.
It's also just
But she looks
interesting
amazing.
that they're like opening up so much and they really will not tell us about their asses. That's like the one thing
That's the
they'll
one thing
never
they won't
admit to.
No, that is true. They'll talk about everything.
But that. And it's like, girl, we know.
But I'm all for a facelift. But they also say like, I went to a doctor in LA and they said, you know, there's a certain age to where fillers and Botox work for you.
Okay.
Because it's like heavy, but once you get to a certain age, you can't do the filler anymore and you just have to lift up. It's not about filling out, it's about lifting up.
Right.
Like you
don't-
can't fill out skin that's going down.
Going down.
So,
That's right.
you know, but I mean, now with technology now, we're going to all look amazing until we're.
What city, because you travel a lot, what city do you think is the best like beauty? Do you do any Korean beauty? Like where do you go?
I did go to Seoul,
Mhm.
but you have to, when you go to a doctor, it's important that you have the same aesthetic as they do. I say that
Right.
about every doctor. Like when I tell friends like where they should go do this and that, you have to have the same vision because what if you think looks good on you is different than what they want to do to you, that's not good. So when I went to Korea, it was actually very interesting. So they asked me, the first thing that this doctor asked me was, do you want to look youthful or do you want to look snatched? So it's two different things. So in Korea,
Right.
if you notice, everyone's like soft and round.
Yes.
Like even the tiny, tiny girls, it's not chiseled.
Right.
So it's like one or the other.
But
so
it's different beauty standards too.
So there, everything's a little bit rounder
Mhm.
and fuller. So sometimes it's like a little. I didn't do the salmon sperm facial because I was scared
Right.
because it hurt too much. But I did do some like little like collagen drops. And
Right,
stuff like that.
right. That's sick, honestly. I would go. Today's episode of The Toast is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is helping us rewrite traditions this holiday season because therapy can give you the space to create new meaningful traditions that provide clarity amid the holiday chaos. So of course the holidays are a time for traditions. A lot of people have, a bunch in their family, some have none, some are just beginning their own. Well, now's the time to reflect on what those mean to you and rewrite those traditions and make your own. So like perfecting a new hot chocolate recipe with your kids, continuing your aunt's sweet potato pie, incorporating therapy into your new or existing traditions can help ensure that you take time for yourself during what can be a very joyful, but also sometimes hectic and lonely time of year. Yes, I do feel like when we talk about the holidays, we definitely glamorize it. And for a lot of people, it's not all it's cracked up to me. It's not a Hallmark movie. Sometimes it can be really lonely, really isolating, very upsetting if you have like toxic family dynamics. And therapy is a great tool to have in your back pocket. I think when it comes to therapy, a lot of people don't know where to start. BetterHelp is an amazing option because it's done entirely online. They have really quality therapists who work to a strict code of conduct. They're fully licensed in the US. And then BetterHelp has a therapist match commitment. So they're going to match you with your initial therapist. You fill out a short questionnaire. It helps you identify your needs. They have over 12 years of industry-leading match fulfillment, which means that they typically get it right the first time. But of course, if you're not happy, they will help you, switch at any time. It's really beloved with over 30,000 therapists. BetterHelp is one of the largest online therapy platforms, and they've served over 5 million people globally. So this December, start a new tradition by taking care of yourself, and toasters are going to get 10% off at betterhelp.com/toast. That's betterhelp.com/toast. Today's episode is also brought to you by Dibs Beauty. They create easy beauty essentials for a full life. So in a world that asks you to do it all, Dibs multitasking products are here to help you do a little less and still look like you did the most. So I, like everybody else, started on Dibs with their most viral product. It's the Desert Island Duo. It's a dual-sided stick, contour on one side and a cream blush on the other. I saw a million people using it on social media, and it looked like it blended really well. It looked like so easy to just like throw in your purse. So I got that first, and that's sort of like a gateway drug to the rest of the Dibs products, because now I use like one of their lip plumpers, I use lip gloss, I use their powder brush and their powder blush and bronzer. And their face brush, like that is, I think, I don't know if that's their best selling product, but it should be. It's the best. It's the Duo face brush. It's the best to like seamlessly blend powder and cream on your face. I just love Dibs. Like I feel like I started with it, and now it's one of the brands. Like if I need something, I will go to Dibs to get it because I just love everything that they make. It's a brand that really simplifies, adapts, and makes the most of your precious time. Yet everything is just really effective. Everything blends easily. Nothing is like muddy or cakey. It just like gets the job done, which is really all we're asking from our cosmetics brands. Visit dibsbeauty.com. Use our code TOAST at checkout for 15% off your purchase. That's Dibs Beauty, DIBSBEAUTY.com. Our code TOAST, TOAST, will get you 15% off your order. Highly recommend if you're looking to like replenish on new products, or if you've run out of stuff and you're looking to try something new, try Dibs. Today's episode is also brought to you by Fashion Pass. We have been Fashion Pass girlies for years. In case you don't remember, it's a clothing rental service, but what kind of separates it from other clothing rental services is that it actually has cute clothes, which I feel like we're not asking a lot of these services for, but sometimes it feels like you're shopping in your grandmother's closet. Not at Fashion Pass. Everything on Fashion Pass is incredibly trendy, incredibly swirly. It's like for sale right now at some of your favorite websites. They have Love Shack Fancy, For Love and Lemons, Free People, Farm Rio, like all the usual suspects. Super versatile. So you can rent like statement pieces for holiday parties, weddings, New Year's Eve, but they also have very chic everyday stuff. So if you're looking for, tops for a first date, going to work, doing school drop off, they really have everything. Satchel actually uses Fashion Pass, which, yeah, we're cool. She's like influential. The best part is that you're going to get 10 items a month for $125. 2 shipments of 5 items. You can swap stuff out whenever. There's no planning your life 3 weeks in advance. Yeah, some other clothing rental services just make it like so complicated for no reason. It cuts down on laundry, which we absolutely love. It's just retail therapy without the financial trauma. And this is a finance podcast. And so for your financial health, it's important that you sign up for Fashion Pass. And this week only, go to fashionpass.com. Our code TOAST is going to get you the first 2 months of Fashion Pass for just $55 a month. It's the best discount out there, and the timing could not be more perfect because it gets you into the new year and you won't have to worry about buying new clothes for all the holiday events coming up. So again, that's fashionpass.com. Our code is TOAST, and that will get you the first 2 months of Fashion Pass for just $55 a month. Today's episode is also brought to you by Nurture Life. As a parent, I don't need to tell you how busy, life can get. And today's sponsor makes serving healthy meals much easier and much more enjoyable. So today's episode is sponsored by Nurture Life, a meal delivery service that makes nutritious meals and snacks that your kids will actually want to eat. Nurture Life's whole menu is perfect for kids aged 10 months to 10 years old. Their fresh meals and snacks are delicious, nutritious, and fully cooked. So that means they're ready to serve in just 1 minute. So Nurture Life lets kids enjoy a healthy, nutritionally balanced diet while still eating all of their favorites like mac and cheese, spaghetti and meatballs, and much more. So parents can be sure there's always a healthy meal that their little ones will love, and that's why Nurture Life is the top meal delivery service for babies and kids. It's even allergy friendly too. So how it works is that you'll choose from more than 50 nutritious meals and snacks on their menu, like finger foods for babies and toddlers to kids meals for older kids. Then Nurture Life does the cooking for you. The fresh meals are delivered straight to your door in refrigerated packaging. Your kids will absolutely adore it. The meals are made fresh every week. They aren't frozen like other meal kits. Like we're not giving our kids frozen. Like that's crazy. Using Nurture Life takes so much stress and anxiety out of feeding your kids, and it's really just a great option for busy parents or even just parents who don't have the time, like who don't have the energy, don't have the time. Right now, they're running their biggest sale of the year for the holidays, only for a limited time. Head to nurturelife.com/toast. Use our code TOAST for 55% off your first order plus free shipping. That's right, 55% off plus the free shipping. So that's nurturelife.com/toast. Make sure to use the promo code TOAST. Even if you're not a parent with young kids, you might have parent friends who struggle with mealtime. Let everyone know about Nurture Life. Put your little ones first with healthy meals from Nurture Life. Okay, our fifth and final story. Are you a Swiftie? Or like, what's your thesis? Do you hate? Do you like?
I don't hate. I'm just. She's not my tea.
Okay. Well, and what do you make of her relationship?
I think it's cute. I think it's nice that she found love, and I think it's good for him. I think it's good for their brands. I think,
Totally.
You're a big Swiftie.
I am a big Swiftie, and I'm a big fan of this relationship. So anytime they give us like a drop of detail, like I have to talk about it.
They're always out in New York.
They are. Oh, and it's such a great way to like find out like what's cool because they're always they go to Chez Margot.
Yes.
What do you think is like the spot right now?
Once I was at Chez Margot, and whenever we go, we like give our friends tours. One night we're like trying to open to give our friend a tour, and the security came and was like, "You can't go in there." And I was like, "Why?" Like we always go in there. Like not tonight. And I was like, "It's so weird because it's a members club. You should have access to everything unless it's a private event." And then when we left, we saw the Swifties outside with like things to sign and photos and stuff, and we're like, "Oh my god, it was Taylor Swift inside."
That's very cool.
But it's very interesting because I would think that if I was them and I was going to a members club, then I would like want to be like out with everyone because members club is already pre-edited. Like if you want to really just be alone, then why not just stay home?
Yeah, no, it's like a good group of people.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Like I feel like a members club should be a safe space to go.
I like
why go to a members club and block off area? You could just go to any restaurant and block it
And
off.
they pretty much like exclusively when they're in New York go to members clubs. They were recently at Zero Bond, Casa Cipriani.
Yes.
That's a good point.
They sometimes go to that place. What's it called? Mizuna. Wait, it's in meatpacking. Almost like it's like close to the Gansevoort. I forget what it's called.
I'm a grandma and I don't leave the house anymore, so I don't know the cool spots.
He is like an investor in that restaurant.
Oh, very cool. Well, in addition to being a football player, so he
had a show on E! Before.
Of course. Oh, wait.
Chasing Love or Throwing Love
Kelce.
or Catching Kelce.
What is the timeline? Were you on the air at E! At the same time as him?
Yes, because I remember going in and like the people the executives that worked at E! They were like, "Oh my God, he's like so cute in real life." Like they were like gushing over him. So charming, so cute, so tall. Because we're like, who's this guy?
He was a real nobody, and it was like such a random show at the time because it wasn't like catching Tom Brady.
It was crazy he got that show at that time.
I know. I feel like they literally just asked a football player and he just showed up. Like, he was a good player. He wasn't famous. He wasn't like Tom Brady.
Maybe he had an agent or maybe he always wanted a little extracurricular something.
Yes, he's always had a big personality.
Yeah.
That show is so good.
I didn't watch it, but they were
I recently rewatched a couple episodes.
Really?
It's so good. And the brother's on it, Jason.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, so Travis Kelce has shared that he asked the Kansas City Chiefs to not play Taylor Swift songs at the games that she is at.
Okay.
And I think
it's
it's
shy girly.
Yeah, I think it's also just like awkward.
Yeah.
And he's saying that he's like, it's been attributing to him being like a real team player and like not wanting to make it about him and it's about the team. I feel like it's also like toxic NFL fans like would boo if like Shake It Off came on, but her music is very like family friendly. I feel like it does get played at those stadiums.
Like they should naturally play it. If like maybe not all the time, maybe not pan to her, but if it's already on the playlist, they should play it.
Going out of your way.
Yeah.
So do you listen to any Taylor Swift?
If it happens to come on, but I don't like search it.
What do you listen to? Who's your number one Spotify Wrapped?
I don't even look. I'm a weirdo. Like now that I don't drive, I don't listen to music.
Oh, that's so true.
Like I used to just listen to music in the car. I don't even know. I don't even think I've downloaded anything on Spotify. I'll like look up little podcasts here and there.
I was going to say, do you listen to any podcasts?
I listen to You and Tinks.
Of course. Such good taste.
That's all I have time for in my agenda. The top two girlies.
Love that.
But really, that's it.
Now, was Justin, because Justin was here yesterday, and I know you and Justin are really good friends. Was Justin at all on Rich Kids?
He was a producer. So
Oh, you're kidding.
I met Justin. I remember the text. Farrah texted me like when we were like 24 years old and was like, oh my God, my mom has this cute new assistant. He's so fun. Like, come over. His name's Justin. I want you to meet him. Like, we're so excited for this assistant.
So funny.
And he was a lady sitter. And then we all met. And then as time went on, he was just our friend. And then we had a position on Rich Kids as a talent producer. And he's very good with talent, getting us on time, getting them, talking us down when we need to. He's our friend.
Wait, that's so funny. I didn't know that.
So he was a talent producer for us. And then one day he was like at E! And then all of a sudden he's like on E! News. And then he's doing red carpet. And he's like, you know, but
he's a real hustler.
Yes, he's a real hustler. He's writing a book. You know, he just has a lot of talents. He's very charismatic. And he really is like it's really like, you know, if you are that type of person and you're like, put that out in the universe, you really can achieve and get to wherever you want. And like now he's literally like talking to Oprah or on the Today Show.
Hoda said that Justin is her choice to replace her.
I'm seeing him after this, actually.
I know. He was here yesterday. He told me. I love him. That whole like generation of like rich kids and how you all went on to like really just grow up so nicely. Like it's been a real treasure to watch.
We're not like the Disney kids.
No,
like,
right. Like nobody like spun out or went. Everybody like still is fabulous and doing their own thing. And there's no like tragedy there. Knock wood, you
knock
know?
on wood.
Right. Okay, and now tell me what you're watching on like what TV shows are you obsessed with right now?
So right now we've been watching The Beast and Me. Have you
Claire
watched
Danes?
Claire Danes?
I haven't.
I like these little thrillery type shows.
Do you read books? Like
I used to. Before the wedding I did. And then when wedding came up, I was just so busy. There was no time and I haven't gotten back into it.
Yeah, because that show looks like one of those classic like thriller, psychological thriller books.
Yes.
And you
like
it?
Girl on the Train, stuff like right,
exactly.
I like the like limited series, I think. Because I think sometimes when it gets to season 2, season 3, Brandon loves sci-fi, which is like, no, I can't. I can't. And he loves it so much. He wants me to go to these movies with him. And we've been watching Pluribus, which is kind of okay for sci-fi.
What the hell is that?
It's like, you know what Pluribus is? Am I even saying it right? Pluribus?
I don't.
Pluribus.
I was just laughing at her reaction. What the hell is
This sci-fi, 3-body problems, like all these sci-fi things. I'm really excited to watch Kimura back in the Fab Lane.
Okay, so glad that she is back on TV.
Because Kimura was my everything.
Really?
Is my everything. Being a sassy Chinese girl living in the USA, I was like, this is my icon.
Oh my God, did you on Rich Kids go take a trip to China?
Yes.
And you went to the mall?
Yes.
Oh my God, that was.
And we turned on the lights. And it was the whole thing.
Did you ever meet people in China who were like familiar with the show?
E didn't stream in China. So E is like usually just within the US.
Yeah.
And then but it did air in like the UK and France and stuff like that, but not in China.
So when you were just like rolling through this Chinese mall with a big camera crew.
They were just like, oh, like Chairman's daughter's filming a show.
Oh, right, Chairman's daughter.
Yeah, it was just like Chairman's daughter's doing something.
What do you make of Becca Bloom?
I like Becca.
You do?
We know each other. We've met once.
Or like from like the Chinese community or from like the Instagram?
No,
or social media?
No, our parents don't know each other, but I met her at Oscar de la Renta. They had at the Say Venice Gala. We sat next to each other. So she's very sweet.
Yeah, was she with her man? Or
her man was not there. He was like at the cocktail, but then took a call and wasn't at the dinner.
It's always a call.
Yeah, there's always a call. He was on a call to Amazon, she said. But she's sweet. But she also in person, though, she's a little bit more chill. Like I remember she said bruh. And I was like, oh,
she
Becca,
said what?
Bruh. Like not like, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
She was
that
like,
she
oh
said
my God,
bruh.
Because she's from NorCal. So
wow. That's shocking.
Yes.
That's the most shocking thing you said here today.
So she says, bruh. I was kind of shocked too. And she was like, damn. Like, it was like, she was like, cool, you know? Like, she was chill. She's fun.
What does your husband do for a living?
He's an attorney.
Oh, okay. Attorney at law. Wang Yankovitz. I love it.
Yankowitz Law Firm.
Yankowitz Law Firm. Okay. Yes. What kind of law?
Personal injury and mass tort.
So is he like kind of a real stickler about following the law?
Oh yes.
Like the speed limit?
Yeah. Oh my God. He goes under this. I always joke with him about like that he's gonna get a ticket for going under the speed limit. So slow. So safe. But he gets he sees so many terrible cases that come through because people are, speeding. And so he's very by the law.
I feel that. What about like jaywalking? Will he jaywalk?
Jaywalking. No, he just always wants everyone to be safe. So he's like the dad when we're all walking. He's like blocking traffic. Like, the men that walk on the side of the traffic.
The curb, yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
He's very sweet.
I've loved chatting with you. You are just a doll.
I love
Hopefully this is not your last time on the Toast.
No,
You're always welcome.
I'm just around the corner.
I know. I feel like I don't take it. Well, I've been in like a cave for a year.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to emerge. Like I'm actually going
Yeah.
out next weekend.
Yeah.
So
I run into your husband sometimes out.
my
and we're
husband
like,
is
let's
so
do
social.
dinner.
We should do dinner, but my husband is
Or
so
play
social.
pickleball. Brandon
Pickleball.
loves
Yeah.
pickleball.
Does he?
He
Ben
loves
and I. Well, I haven't
pickleball.
played in a little while, but Ben and I love pickleball.
We're actually members of pickleball club.
Just pickleball?
Yes. There's
Oh my
no
God.
tennis. They don't want to mix it. It's just pickleball.
What about padel?
No padel.
Oh wow.
It's
in
just
the city?
pickleball. It's in the city. It's in Hell's
Oh.
Kitchen. It's at the Glass House.
Okay.
And so the owners of the Glass House are big pickleball players, and
So-
they like don't like that it's like pickleball and tennis. So they
Yeah.
just were like, we're gonna open just a pickleball club on
Well,
one
that's
full
so
floor.
funny.
We'll go one day.
I would love
That'll
that.
be fun.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to the Toast and Millennium Morning Show, where we deliver the fast, stories that you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Video, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places wherever you listen to podcasts. Find us at Toast, leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and wickedly talented we are.
There's no teleprompter.
No, there's
I just
no
want everyone to
teleprompter.
know that she is just this is talent at its best.
Listen, that's what I do. Thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Love ya. Bye.